on us. There's been a lot of recent studies that have come out showing some links to, especially with our adolescent students who are teenagers, showing links to anxiety, to depression based on some of the social media use, worrying about how many likes they get, what kind of following they have, comparing their reality, their real selves, their real life to what they're seeing other people put on social media. Does everyone put all of their terrible experiences on social media? No. So you see others that so many on social media show only the really good things, the really happy things, the pictures that look perfect, right? The outfit that looks all put together, or the photos that they have adjusted, that they photoshopped to make them look different than they really look, to try to enhance the way they look. And then our youngest users, our youngest minds see those things and they compare themselves to this idea of a person their age that's not real. We even see adults getting caught in that trap, right? Thinking like, wow, every other parent has been fine through the pandemic. Every other parent is baking cookies and smiling with their kids while I'm over here struggling. And it's not the whole truth. We're just showing the happy side. And so we all have to keep that in mind, but we especially have to work with our youngest students around what this means for their well-being, for how they're feeling, for how they're feeling about themselves, how they're interpreting what they see on social media, because it has a real impact. Their brains are still developing into the mid-20s. Your frontal lobe around risk assessment, a lot of things that feed into self-concept, how I feel about myself, my image of myself, all of that doesn't fully develop until you're in your mid-20s. And so those brains are very susceptible to these images and these ideas, and it impacts our teenagers the most with how they're feeling. So one of these big things has been the TikTok challenges. Anybody heard of a TikTok challenge? Yeah, have there been some fun ones? Anybody done one? Yeah, there's been some fun ones. What are some fun ones that you've seen? What are some fun TikTok challenges you may have seen going around? The ice bucket challenge. Yes, that one was fun. You dumped a big bucket of ice over your head. Why did you do it? Because someone else did it, and it was actually a fundraiser. That's even part of this presentation that we show to kids. That was the first big social media challenge that went viral, and it raised millions of dollars for a great cause. So that's how that started. It was a really great, it didn't hurt anybody, right? It was a little shocking, woo, ice, but it was fun, not harmful, and it did a lot of good because it raised millions of dollars for research. So that was great. Anybody seen a TikTok challenge that wasn't so good or healthy? Yes, Mia. Which one? The blue whale challenge? I don't even know about that one. You die at the end? Like for real, you die. That is scary. Blue whale challenge. Oh, blue whale. So the challenge is to carve the image of a blue whale into the skin of your arm. Right. And so so we have to wonder, right? Why would you see a video saying, hey, everyone, let's carve a blue whale into our arm, and think that anyone would see that and go and do it? So what is happening that so many kids are seeing these and then actually doing these things? When we all hear about it and go, what? Why would anyone do that? Well, the answer is found in psychology, and it's called herd mentality or group mentality. And so we're going to talk about that a little bit today. So herd mentality is the tendency for people in a group to think and behave in ways that conform or go along with or follow others, even if this is not something that they would choose for themselves normally. So I wouldn't be walking down the street and get an idea like, I could carve a blue whale in my arm. Nah, that doesn't sound like a good idea. And I just keep on with my day, right? But I see that this is exciting, and maybe thousands or even millions of people are doing this online, and all of a sudden I'm part of that excitement. I want to be a part of this. This must be cool. Other people are doing it. I'm not even going to pause and think too much about it. I'm just going to go with the flow. I'm going to go with the flow because it seems to be really popular. So this cartoon message down here says, I don't know where we're going, but from the look of this crowd, it's got to be good. Have you ever seen people like start in a group moving towards something in a grocery store or at a carnival, and you're like, oh, something fun is happening over there, and we all go, right? What is this fun thing happening? I want to see. Okay, so I was starting with the positive. Yes, sir. I was starting with the positive there. We might be at a grocery store, right? Oh, there's going to be a sale on those hams over there, or whatever it is, right? Or you're at a carnival, you're like, oh, someone won a big prize. Let me go see what's happening. But we also see it, right, in the sort of more negative sense, like, oh, there's a fight. Everybody's going to go see. I don't want to be left out. Everybody's going to be talking about it. I want to be able to talk about it. Let me go see what's happening. And everyone swarms toward that fight. So we've all been in situations where we have just gone with herd mentality. Sometimes it's been good. We got something on sale, or we saw something really cute or funny, or we got to watch something entertaining. Sometimes it was harmful, like we contributed to the energy and the excitement around a fight, or we contributed to maybe people who were just arguing, starting a fight because all this energy is building, all these people are here. Now I'm putting on a kind of like a show, and I'm protecting my image for that. So we can see this both be positive and be negative. Either way, it's part of who we are as human beings, right? If someone yells fire, what do? We run out of the building. That is to protect our safety. So that is a good reason that we are hardwired as human beings to pay attention to what the crowd is doing and sometimes go along without questioning. If someone said fire, we run for the exit. We don't go, oh, where is that? Let me go check it out myself, right? We don't go to the fire to make sure it's real. We'll check it out later. But first, our safety is at risk. And so herd mentality has a very important role in protecting us as human beings. But we also know it can be harmful. So this was an interesting piece of data that I found. It says it just takes 5% of a group to influence the direction of a group. This is something that we share with students when we're doing this lesson, because the more we understand about what's happening and what's influencing our choices, the more we can pause and think, is this really what I want to be doing? So 5%, how many people do we have in here? Maybe like 20 people altogether? 20 people. So that's what, one person? If one person said, hey, I think we should all, stick a piece of popcorn from the snack table up our nose. It could be that we all go, huh, why not? Or it could be like, are you kidding me? That's so gross. The difference is, do we stop and do we think about it? Or we just go, oh, okay, why not? That person must know what they're doing. They must know some secret to fun that we don't know, or they must have some inside information or be really smart about how popcorn up the nose works. Who knows? So often a group will trust the 5% who comes up with a new idea and starts moving the group in a direction versus kind of pausing to ask. Sometimes it's because that one or two people is maybe socially like really popular or someone you respect, but too often we assume that that person knows more than we do. We assume that they're leading us in a good direction, and so we go along with the ride. So we've all been victims of this, I guess you could say. So here are some reasons why do people follow the herd other than keeping us safe, right? We think about what's going on today. Some of us follow the herd because for attention. We want the attention of our peers. We want the attention of that blue whale on my arm to show in my TikTok video how many followers do I get. This is so cool. I want to feel like I fit in. Human beings want to belong. We have a deep need for that, which is one of the reasons that the pandemic and staying physically apart was so painful for so many people. We need to be connected. We need to feel that we're part of a group, part of a family unit, part of something bigger than ourselves. So sometimes we just want to be part of something, right? We want to be part of the next big thing. Sometimes we're looking for approval from our peers, and sometimes we're looking for that social status. I can't tell you how many times I hear teenagers talking about how many followers they have or how many likes they have. It's very important, and sometimes they confuse that with their value, like how much they're worth. So those are some of the top reasons that people go along with some ideas that, especially as parents, we might not really appreciate or may really concern us. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So here is a video from the Jimmy Kimmel Show. Let me see if this volume will work for us. Okay. Is there a way to, anybody know about the volume on this? Is it? It is on the video. Oh, and this one is?
When you shared the screen?
Oh, let me. I don't think I did the share screen, so let's look. No, there we go. Thank you. Ooh. Oh, nice. Okay, so here we go. They should be able to hear this a little bit better now. This is from the Jimmy Kimmel Show, where they went onto Hollywood Boulevard, you know, the famous street where they have all the handprints of the famous people and the stars. And they thought up fake TikTok challenges and asked people in the street if they would do them with their video crew. They're taping them. So these are fake TikTok challenges, just ideas that people on the show had. And they're seeing how easy it is to convince people to participate in the challenge. Oh, you didn't get it. So you'll notice that most of the participants look to be teenager or in the 20s. There are some that are outside of that range, but that's where you'll find most of the participants.
We're from Pop Social BuzzNet, and we're trying to find out if people do some of the big TikTok challenges on the street today.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
Have you seen the ketchup challenge where people eat a whole packet of ketchup?
Yes, I've seen the ketchup challenge.
Do you want to try it for us today on the Boulevard?
I'll try it for you guys, yeah. All right, this is the ketchup packet challenge. Here we go.
There's one that's really popular today. It's called the Self-Wedgie Challenge. People are giving themselves wedgies. Would you do it for us? It's huge on TikTok. You're in good company.
There you go.
How did it feel?
Embarrassing, but it's cool.
Why is it cool?
It's not.
How is it?
It's very buttery. It's very creamy. I don't feel any exfoliating experiences from it. Ew, it stinks!
Hey, bro, I'm about to put butter on my face. I feel like I look like an idiot.
Hey TikTok, this is the spoonful of salt challenge.
This is a fake TikTok challenge. Why did you do it? Do you guys like TikTok?
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of the Row, Row, Row Your Boat Challenge?
Row, row, row your boat down the stream.
Hey TikTok, I'm doing a meme challenge.
And go.
It's not working, y'all.
Just finish the roll.
Finish the roll. I don't understand it, TikTok. Hashtag mommy, I did it.
There's one that's called the Hulk Challenge. You take your shirt and you physically rip it off.
Oh, this is a Hulk challenge. Let's see. Ugh. Actually, I like this shirt though.
Would you do,
Okay.
this would be the shave and eyebrow challenge.
Shave an eyebrow challenge?
Yeah,
Like I shave my eyebrow?
yeah.
Okay, how much are we talking?
How much what?
My eyebrows? Like cutting off.
The challenge people are doing is like part of your eyebrow.
Okay. Oh my god. I'm shaving my hair. I think I did it.
And what if I told you that's not a real TikTok challenge, we made it up?
Bro, are you serious? Okay, well, oh my god. I'm kind of pretty pressed. But it's okay. It's not even a TikTok challenge.
Well, it is now, okay?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so we all get a little bit of a chuckle from some of these challenges. None of them were truly harmful, although eating raw salt can actually be very harmful. But what are some of the things that you noticed about these participants who thought that they were doing a real TikTok challenge? Yeah, their reactions afterwards when they told them it's a fake challenge, they're like, oh, really? Or even before they knew, what are some of the people you noticed too, even when they didn't tell them it was fake, they still looked like they regretted it? Did you see anybody who looked like they regretted it? No? The girl at the end maybe regretted her eyebrow. What about the guy who... The shirt. What did you notice about the guy with the shirt? He was like, oh, the Hulk challenge. And then what did he say? Actually, I liked that shirt though. But it's too late. The shirt's gone. Anybody else? Who you suspect from facial expressions or their tone of voice or what they said wasn't happy? He was like, yuck. Oh, that one was so interesting to me. They said, well, why'd you do it? Do you remember, did you catch what she said? And I said, why'd you do it? She said, because you told me to. And I think she was having, I hope she was having a moment there where she was stopping and going, oh my gosh, I did that just because you told me to. Right? And then who is the other one that I was thinking of? The whole family. We didn't hear what they learned when it was fake. That was kind of fun, right? Like, hey, we did row your boat on Hollywood Boulevard. The butter. Oh, yeah. That was kind of gross. And then the wedgie guy. Do you remember when they asked him to do his self wedgie? And he goes, oh, okay, that's okay. Well, that's cool. And they prompted him, why is it cool? And he said, no, actually, it's not. It's not actually cool that I gave myself a wedgie here on video for everybody. It's not cool. So it seemed like at least some of these people, we didn't get to see all of the videos, and they made them short clips. It was for entertainment, right? But a lot of these folks, once they stopped to think about what they had been asked to do after they did it, they didn't seem as excited about the challenge. And so this happens both with some real challenges and these fake challenges. Okay, let's see if this is caught back up to, nope. All right, so we talked about kind of what surprised us. This is a real video that we share at the middle school level. We share this to middle school age students, so 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. And we do the same process that we just did together. Like we really think about what we saw and we talk about what they might have been feeling, what they might have been thinking. Maybe if they had made a different, would they have made a different decision if they would have paused to do that thinking first? But we can see how some of them got caught up in the, hey, there's a television crew here, right? Like I'm going to be famous. I'm going to get lots of attention. I'm going to get noticed for these things that I'm doing. So what about this question? It asks, and we do this one with students too. How is this the same or different, these fake challenges? How are these the same or different from real challenges that we're seeing out there, like the blue whale challenge? How are these the same? Some can be dangerous. That's true in the salt challenge. I feel bad they asked someone to do that with these fake challenges because that can be dangerous. So they made them up, but there's so many challenges out there. It'd be hard to know that challenge is out there. I think someone has done a salt challenge before for real. And a cinnamon challenge. Yep, I've heard about the cinnamon challenge. There's that one out there. So it's definitely, I think I even had my own kids watch this video because anytime we have something like this for the district, I'm like, oh, let me show you kids, you know, I'm a parent too. So we talked about that. They said, oh, you know, we've actually think we've seen the mummy challenge and the ketchup challenge. We think that those might be real ones. I think the people who made the show thought they were making up, but there's so many challenges. How can you really know if it's been done before? They could be. They could be. Hopefully, people watch this kind of video and see the embarrassment and the regret that some of the folks have, and it encourages them to think before they do a challenge. Because some challenges are fun. Like I could go home and do row your boat with the family, right? Like this looks cute. Like let's try it. How fun. You see the TikTok dance challenges? Yes, that helps you with your coordination, gives you some exercise, you have fun with your friends. Yes, those are great. Why not do those? But some are really harmful.
Prior to us leaving the next TikTok challenge about the school where it terrorized the school, tear down the mirrors, the restrooms, that affected our school as well. We
Yes.
had thousands and thousands of damage here in our school that we still have. We have restrooms without mirrors, right? We have restrooms without doors. We have restrooms without a sink because it's literally videotaping these things.
Yes.
So it hits home as well.
It's real. We had.
You hear them in the restroom. You hear them because they're pulling them in closets. They think the sinks are so light.
It causes all that damage. They could also get hurt because that drops on their foot, you know, on their finger because they fall with it. Yes, broken glass or mirrors. We did here in the district have multiple campuses that students did participate in one of the big challenges around destroying restrooms. And so it does cause thousands of dollars of damage. It happens all over the country in a variety of different types of schools. And then we did have a couple other ones this semester also. So there are some that are more viral or more popular than others. Some have done a lot of damage. And when you think about it rationally, right? Like, why would you just want to destroy the restroom that you use during the school day? Why would you not want to have a sink or a mirror or paper towels or a hand dryer? Like, why would you want those things? It doesn't make logical sense. Nor does many of the parents who go, I cannot believe that my kid went in and destroyed property at the school. But that's all we have to understand, like what's pulling in these kids. What are they really after? Are they after, you know, the attention? Yes. Are they after the connection? Are they stopping to think? So what skills can we help them with as oh, until your skin is raw? Yes. Ooh. Oh, it hurts. Ooh, hurts. I remember as a middle school and high school student, some challenges that went around by word of mouth, right? But we didn't have phones where we could share these ideas and videos and build excitement around it like we do today. And so that makes it a whole different idea, a whole different issue that we have to support our kids with, from the home with our parents, from the educators in the schools. Like, we all have to be aware of what our students are seeing on social media, and we need to help them with the skills for navigating those situations, because there are different skills than maybe we needed when we were that age. But it's very important because it can be extremely harmful. So then we think about how this is herd mentality in the year 2021. I think right now we are even more susceptible to these kinds of challenges because we really, really want normalcy back, right? We really, really want to be connected again. It's been a long pandemic and we want to build connection. We want some peer attention. We want to feel a part of something. We don't want to feel isolated or alone or disconnected from others. And so we have an even stronger urge right now as human beings to do these things. Okay, so I think we talked about this one already, but these are just some of the questions. This one just says, how do you think the person felt when they realized they were manipulated or pressured to participate in a fake challenge? We heard the cameraman a few times say, oh, everyone's doing it, or lots of people are doing it, when you saw the person hesitate. And that seemed to give them what they needed to go ahead and participate. Oh, I'm not the only one, so it's okay. So we process all of that with students when we do this lesson. So just like we're doing right here, they have the same experience. They watch the video, they talk it through. We talk about, why are people doing this? And what are the feelings that come about? How do you feel afterwards? Oh, yes. Yes. That's a great idea. I love that. Yes, I was noticing that too. I'm like, oh, I love this. Like, I can see the back and forth with the processing of, oh, yes, we've seen this or we noticed that. That's really powerful. So we kind of talked about this at the beginning in our intro, but just herd mentality can be helpful, protects us from things like fires and big dangers. When people are running away from danger, we run to with them. But we can help spread positive vibes. We can get help tackling a big task, right? You see a lot of fundraisers, a lot of people coming together to help their neighbors through social media, gain support for a good cause. All of those things are ways that herd mentality can help us. This was actually what you all mentioned earlier, the ice bucket challenge. So this was, it's going to look like it was way back when in the earlier days of social media. Wow. So that was a fun one. 98 million in 1 month. So this guy, Chris Kennedy, was a golfer and they were challenged to raise money for good causes. And they got this idea. I don't think it was their original idea. I think it had been done by some people raising money for animal rescues first. But when he did it, he really got a big following. And so he told them, you have 24 hours to respond with your own video of doing this, or you have to donate $100. And a lot of people got him like, well, hey, why not? Let me do this ice bucket challenge. $98 million in 1 month. It was insane. But that's when I think we really saw the power of social media and challenges, getting people involved. Okay, let's see if this will go. Here we go. So we talked a little bit already too about when herd mentality can be harmful. right? It can definitely lead to unhealthy or unsafe choices where people are carving in their arms, erasing their skin, having a dangerous amount of salt or even deadly amount of salt without enough water and other nutrients to help their bodies flush that. We've seen quad destroying bathrooms. Anytime you would be asked to hurt yourself or others or do something to put yourself or others in serious harm, can definitely get into trouble. Some of these kids actually participated in felony level destruction of property. And you just hate to see our young kids, right, following the herd and getting themselves into that level of trouble, because that follows you for a long time. Yes, that one happened in semester 1 also. It was slap your teacher. It was the same part. I don't know who posted the original challenge, but I think September was destroying bathrooms and October was smacking a teacher, if my memory is serving me correctly. Yes. Very concerning, very concerning. We know that student and teacher relationship is so important to student success. It's such a protective factor, for our students as they're growing and developing, because they spend so much time at school with these people. And so it's really astonishing you can have this kind of relationship with a teacher and then feel like you can smack them. Luckily, we did not have nearly as much participation in that as a district. Yes, good. We had very little, to my knowledge, very little participation in that. So we know that it could definitely be harmful to ourselves and others, to our relationships with others, for sure. So here are some things that we do know that can help. So these are some words, some language that we can use with our kids about not being on autopilot, right? I'm not going, oh yes, let's go. Let's do that. I want to join in, but just taking that moment to pause. So stopping and making a conscious effort to form my own opinion. Is this something that sounds like me? Is this something that reflects who I am or who I want to be, who I'm becoming as a person? Giving yourself that time to make the decisions. Being aware of how stress impacts us. So even just people knowing that we're susceptible to this, that as human beings, we're wired to go along. Even just knowing that helps us to pause and think, going, oh, I don't want to be that person who's jumping off the cliff with the herd of animals, or who's doing something that I'm going to later regret because I didn't pause to think. Yes.
They had vandalizing the restroom. Obviously my younger kids were over there.
Yes.
That's the first thing they told me. They were doing this to the restroom and doing that.
Oh.
It's also up to us to let them know that what is going on is wrong.
Yes.
And I told them from the beginning that you get in trouble, do not do that. And for the younger kids, I think my kids were stressing about it because it was worrisome for them.
Yes.
Because this is, like you said, this is like their second home. They're here half the time that they are at home. And to see other kids doing that and knowing that it's wrong, it bothered my kids. I don't know about other kids, but it bothered my kids.
Yes. Absolutely.
My kids are little and they don't understand yet what the challenges are.
Mm-hmm.
So, obviously they pick that up. They're saying, oh, it's TikTok challenge, and that's what it is. And, us adults, we probably didn't even know about it. Our kids knew about it first.
Right. So it was a good conversation opener. They started the conversation that you could have with them.
For our younger kids,
yes.
Just letting them know that, what can happen, and showing them the ones that the people were doing that were not really challenges. I'm sure that they would get a kick out of that.
Right.
Like, what?
And you can talk about when it's fun or funny and when it's not fun and not funny because it's harmful. to yourself or to someone else. And so that's a really good point though about safe spaces. You come to school as a safe space. Like it's our goal in the district to have safe spaces for kids to grow and to learn. Like it's hard to grow and to learn if you're not feeling safe. And so it's very unsettling to people to see something like that happen at a school. So something you've got to process and talk through together and know that the campus is working on it and working with those students and those families so that everyone can learn from it and it doesn't happen again, because we all want to feel safe when we're at school.
Yeah, I ended up taking my grandson, he's in the 5th grade, and they ended up stealing his tablet.
Oh,
And he didn't have a tablet in his class. And I told him this, well, I knew what was going on when they were taking that tablet from the street.
yes.
I told him that they weren't blaming him, right? I said, they're not blaming me, right? They said, no, that they had it on a tracker and they knew where it was at.
Yeah,
They ended
that's
up getting it back. So he didn't have a tablet for a couple of weeks.
that's sad. And that was one that went around during first semester too, was to take something from the classroom. In some schools it was clocks or staplers or,
I think it
So-
impacts our younger kids more because they don't understand what's going on. Our first, and that's the thing about the academy, we have the bigger kids with the younger kids, and the younger kids don't understand what's going on.
Right.
All they know is that they're missing the sink. All they know is that they're missing
Right.
they're missing this, they're missing that. And our older kids think it's funny, but our younger, they're not
Yeah.
thinking about our younger kids going into the restroom and be all like,
what happened here?
Yeah.
When they were doing the mess up their school, TikTok and stuff, we had 8th graders in the 3rd grade bathroom terrorizing it. In fact, right now, there's no mirrors in the 3rd grade bathroom. There's no sink in the 3rd. And the 3rd graders walked into that bathroom to see these 8th graders, and it shocked them. It hurt their
Right.
son, each one of them. And he thinks,
Right.
the adrenaline is going, they don't know how to handle it.
Yes, what's happening?
These kids, the 8th graders in this talk, 3rd graders in
Yeah.
this talk, it's different. Thank for these kids to walk in and to see these kids pulling the tank.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing.
It's very unsettling.
It has stopped.
Yes.
I have 6 grandkids, 2 go here and 2 go to school right there on the
Mhm.
Rumble. And they said they're making them go to the restroom together, or the 4th graders or something. They got
Yeah.
like 2 partners. Yeah, they'll come. Yeah,
Mhm. Right.
Starts with our kids being little and makes
It
them
does.
understand. I always
Yeah.
tell my kids, like, even at home, I always, when they're fighting with each other, or, I'm not saying my kids don't destroy each other's stuff. They're always hiding each other's tablets because they don't want to kill each other on Minecraft or whatever.
Oh.
And so they're always hiding each other's tablets, and
Yeah.
they're like, and he did it. I'm like, you worry about Cain. Don't worry about him. Don't worry about him. You worry about Cain.
Yep.
And
Yes.
it's the same thing here when they come
Yes.
to school, and the same thing with bullying. I always tell them, you worry about yourself.
Mhm.
You worry about what's going on over there, because what's
Yeah.
going on over there has nothing to do.
It's going to take all of us, right? It
just
takes
really-
all of us.
It's just really worrisome when they're little. That is just why I think
Mhm.
They know more. They know
Okay.
more.
we're not the
Exactly.
ones doing it.
Right,
They
right.
know more, guys,
Yeah.
about the computers, about TikTok, about these 2 girls.
They
right here probably
do.
know more about computers than all of us in this room combined. They probably
Yeah.
could get into anything.
That's so
and we're
true.
probably like,
It's so true. So
it's true.
we do. These lessons were created for the students. And so they are given to all of the campuses for use with students during advisory or in classrooms to help work with the students. But we also want to make sure that you all are aware, right? Because as adults, this stuff is new for us. And so the more awareness we have, it prepares us for those conversations. Like when they get in the car and say, this happened, or what's going on, they have questions, then we can have those conversations with them. We know what's going on and we have the tools We know, oh, I've learned some about that. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Oh, there have been deaths from TikTok challenges. It's very, very scary. And so helping our students, helping our kids with the tools about pausing and thinking when it looks like everybody just wants to jump up and go towards a certain idea, whether it's in person or it's online through social media, that we pause and we think, all right, is this reflective of who I am or who I want to be? Is this going to harm myself or others? Or is it just a fun thing? You know, is it going to be fun and not harm anybody? Okay, let's do that. But you have got to pause and think. Videos are forever, right? And so that's another way childhood is different. These childhood decisions where kids are supposed to make mistakes and learn and grow become permanent records. There's permanent records out there online of these pictures and these videos that kids are making, and they don't go away. So it's just a different time that we're living in. All right. So we work with the students around, and the teachers around things that they can do around like journaling, making commitments to yourself, really thinking about your social media influencers, because influencers are a big thing now. You can get paid full-time job to be a social media influencer. Pausing to evaluate the influencers that you follow. Are these people who are making me feel positive and excited and motivated and happy? Are these people who are bringing me down, influencing me to make decisions that I'm not happy with or that I regret? So we help them think through all of these things. And we encourage them to do their own challenges at a school or a classroom that are positive, like collecting food for families that may need food, or doing a school beautification project, or doing something that benefits their community in a positive way, because herd mentality can be really positive or it can be really harmful. The key is that we have to pause and we have to think. So this is the essence of the lesson that we do with kids. Just wanted to give you all a quick idea of what that looks like, so that you're aware both of what's going on with our youth, although I know you have the kids in your homes, and that you know that we know, and you can see some of the things that we're doing as a district to support it this way, because we really do believe it takes all of us as one family when we're raising our beautiful kids here in the community.